Hi, this is Sec Green's Monitor, where I do predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do prediction for you, let me know in the comments below. Just a reminder, we do lives here on Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. Central and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. Central. So make sure you mark that down on your calendar. So we had a little bit of trouble with the restream in the last couple shows. So somebody wasn't showing up. So today's show is their request. Okay, so somebody was asking about Coinweb. Okay, hopefully they're here today. Okay, so they can watch their suggested content for today. So let's have a quick look at Coinweb, CWEB, whatever you want to talk about. I believe that was from Dilly Dilly. Hey, Dilly Dilly's here, and he's showing up on the chat. Excellent stuff. So this one's for you, Dilly Dilly. And we got the Dark IC. Hello, Dark. So, Coinweb. Let's have a look at what the card said. This is going to be for the next year or so. It seems that the health of this cryptocurrency is a little wonky. They were hoping for some big celebrations coming up very, very soon, but I think everything's kind of falling flat on its face for reasons. Okay, everything around the world is kind of topsy-turvy. So, and this is going to be affecting that cryptocurrencies and the regular stock market and the banking and the system and the you name it. It's going to be affected in a great way coming up very, very soon, and already happening actually already out there. So the health emotionally, it's going to be okay. It's going to be one of the top coins for its type. Okay, it won't ever overcome Bitcoin or Ethereum, but it'll be one of the top coins for its niche. Okay, so that's a good thing. The financial part for this cryptocurrency for the next year will be okay. Nothing too spectacular. There's going to be some. We got the Fool card, so people saying things that are not necessarily true about the cryptocurrency, trying to pump up everything. It may not be the Coinweb itself. It could be people that are surrounding this one, trying to pump it up and make things go. But I think that's going to be kind of falling flat on its face in the next year or so. For the people that are involved, they're going to be working very, very hard, even struggle through the next year or so, moving so they can move forward. And there's going to be a lot of things blocking their goals and dreams and everything associated with this cryptocurrency. So it's going to have a bit of a rough year, but I believe it's going to be surviving that year. And that's going to be very, very important at this moment in time. We're going to see a lot of those small cryptocurrencies disappear. Okay, as Warren Buffett would say, when the tide is out, okay, we're going to say who has their swim trunks on. Okay, so we're going to notice a lot of the cryptocurrency companies may not have their swim trunks on. When the tide is in, everybody looks the same, but when the tide goes out, we're going to see who has the goods and who doesn't. Okay, so that was Coinweb. So that was just for Dilly Dilly. So somebody was also asking the question about government time travel. Okay, so let's have a look at that. We were talking about something that many other psychics were talking about, and that's, I think, a project called Mirror or something Mirror, where they're kind of using the device to look into the future. Okay, The government does have its own psychics working for them by remote viewing. So they do use remote viewers. Thank you, Dark, the looking glass. So, and I believe that's probably one of the projects that they're using to manipulate everything from the comfort of their own home, I guess. Where and of course they have their own remote viewers looking at targets. I've actually met the gentleman that set up the remote viewing for the U.S. government. He's actually a Winnipegger. He's actually from Brandon, which is about 2 hours from Winnipeg. So that program is still going on. Okay. So let's have a look at government time travel. Well, time traveling and looking into the future is kind of two different things. So, well, it is two different things. But let's have a look. So let's see what the nefarious governments have been doing behind the scenes on time travel. I don't think they actually have the ability to do the time travel thing, but they can look into the future and manipulate things from that vantage point. So they'll do things from the beginning or our time and get the result they're looking for into the future. But I believe that a lot of that is failing, unfortunately. Well, fortunately for us, unfortunate for them. This is why we're seeing a lot of the governments around the world basically eating dirt. Okay. Mr. Biden doing his thing and Mr. Trudeau doing his thing, and they keep failing, especially with the cookies and the truckers and all the other wonderful things that they didn't expect to happen that made a great change on our world. This is a time of great change, okay? And it doesn't look like it right now, but it's a change for the better. And this is where we start to get rid of these idiots from government. And this is worldwide, not just the United States and Canada, but worldwide. Where they try to manipulate everything, blah, 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 blah. And it keeps failing because there's another organization that's using that same technology and their own psychics and remote viewers to get rid of them, right? Of their plans. So it's this psychic war. And I've known a couple people that are part of those programs. Okay. So let's have a look at the financial part, which is what they were trying to manipulate. They're doing that, but they're getting heavily into the cryptocurrencies in the Ukraine. Okay, look more into that. But that's a deep, dark rabbit hole if you want to go down that road. And the people that are associated with the time travel thing. It seems that they're losing heart and fighting a losing battle. So the time travel thing is not actually a thing, but they can peer into the future and in the past and set things in motion. They can actually communicate with people in the past and the future. That's not that hard to do, but to actually physically go there, I don't believe they have that technology quite yet. Okay, so that was an interesting look at time travel. Let's look at the next thing. How much is Ethereum expected to rise? Now, of course, people don't give a time period, but we'll give it to the end of next year, so 2023, okay? Or better yet, 2025. gives us a good ample amount of time to really look at what's going to be happening for Ethereum. Ethereum is going to be surviving. I know everybody's, oh, it's going to die. Blah, 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 blah. Sell all your Ethereum. No. There's too much money going into it. There's too many things that are working on top of it. It's going to have its tough times. Okay. But it will survive. Even now, people get pissed at Vitalik and for doing certain things. Shh, Vitalik. Anyways, let's have a look at the price of Ethereum for 2025. A nice looking number. It seems that the health of that situation, it's still going to be around. It's going to be very healthy. It's going to be the driver of an industry going forward. Okay, even more than many of the other cryptocurrencies. As I've stated before, when they start to migrate all the old financial system onto the blockchain, Ethereum is going to be one of the big ones that gets most of the old system, like stocks, bonds, mutual funds. There's literally thousands of just stocks and all the mutual funds. When I was a financial advisor, I'd have stacks of paper and folders of all the products that we handled. That's not all of them in the world. So to put all of that onto the blockchain, you would need a good portion of Ethereum and many of the Ethereum-like products to handle it all. Okay, so if anybody knows about mutual funds and all that, you'll understand. It's an immense wall of stocks and bonds and mutual funds and REITs and tons of it. So going forward for Ethereum, the price is going to be about $10,000 to $15,000 and more as we go forward into 2025. So hang on to that Ethereum, and they will make that changeover. Don't worry, it's going to be late as usual. They've been talking about that since 2017, I believe. They were talking about making that change into the Ethereum 2.0. We're just going to have to wait a little bit longer. Even now, it's going to affect the price, and people are going to get, I don't like this, and they run away. Great opportunities for the rest of us to pick up some Ethereum really, really cheap when other people are losing patience, okay, and walking away from the project. So I believe they're going to be picking it up and bringing the price to at least $10,000 in that time period. The people working on it are no more monkey business, and there was a little bit of monkey business behind the scenes, and actually getting down to business for on the most part for that time period. Okay, so that was the expected price of Ethereum for 2025. Apple stock. Now, Apple is going to be around for as far as the psychics can see. It may have dips and valleys that its stock is going to be going into, which is normal. There's nothing wrong with dips and valleys and stuff. Somebody's, what is Ethereum? We got some new people. Hey. Ethereum is a cryptocurrency. We're looking at Apple stocks for the next year. So, it seems my Facebook streaming thing is working. Excellent. So, For the next year for Apple stocks, it seems that it's going to be okay. The health of it is going to be okay. I think they're going to be going through a huge transition with their products in the next little while, because the last little while it hasn't had any innovations for the last couple of years since Steve Jobs, passed away. So they're struggling to bring forth new ideas and that sort of thing. And I believe somebody's going to be coming into that company to start bringing the company much, much forward. Now, I do suspect that they're going to be doing more plants here in North America instead of China, okay, because of everything going on at the moment. And so just means more jobs for us Canadians and maybe in the US as well. The financial part of the Apple stock is going to be coming down, so having some good buying opportunities in the next year. Okay, if you're most inclined to do so, not financial advice, of course. And the people that are involved with this company are going to be there's going to be a lot of changeover and things like that on the management side of things, and bringing the Apple company into the next level of expertise. Okay, so nothing wrong with the Apple stocks. When it comes down, it'd be a good opportunity for everybody to buy in. Not financial advice, of course. You do what you want to do, but it is there if you wish. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. XLM. Somebody was asking about that. Just a reminder, make sure everybody puts their, if I don't get to your question in the show, make sure you put it in the comment section later after this becomes an actual video on YouTube. That way we know to put it into the show. And it doesn't have to be about cryptocurrencies. It can be about anything that you can think of. Maybe celebrities readings or politicians or anything like that. Okay. Now let's look at XLM for the year. We've already done readings on it. It's going to be having a bit of a hard time. There's going to be a lot of people switching out of XLM and going into other things. Okay. And it's, of course, the other one, like XRP. Okay. Some of the main players are going to be disappearing and going into other projects. I think people are going to be not keen on working for XLM in the next little while, and they're going to have a lot of turnover, which is going to be causing a lot of confusion within the ranks of XLM. The financial part, I don't think it's going to be really kicking in high gear for the next year. It's going to be following along that Bitcoin price like anything else, but I don't think it's going to be making its own path for the next year or so. The health of it seems to be okay. They're making strides, making a lot of little victories here and there, but nothing huge. So it's going to be keeping that price pretty low for the next year or so. Okay, so interesting look at XLM. Now we're getting into the chat. Okay. Hey, Andre, will the coin Metis reach 1,000 US by the end of 2022? It's an optimistic roll-up for Ethereum. Metis. Or Metis? Am I pronouncing that correctly? I was thinking it might be a Canadian coin, but Metis, which is half native and half other. I'm a little Metis myself. Okay, let's have a look at the coin. He says yes. Okay. Okay, so we got the tower in the first slot. And we all love that card, the tower. I'll show it to you in a second here. Metis going to $1,000 by the end of 2022, and no. It will have some victories. It will have a lot of new partnerships coming into it initially. Okay, but I think it's going to kind of fall flat further down the road. The health of it starting out is our good friend, the tower card. And you all look at the card. Get my finger out of the way. Everybody jumping out of the building because it's catching on fire and lightning and all that wonderful stuff. This is part of the health of the cryptocurrency. It may not start off as good. Okay. And I don't think it's going to be ending off as good. It's an optimistic idea. Doesn't mean it's going to be going anywhere. They're going to have some celebrations. It's going to be making a little bit of money. It's not going to get to that $1,000 mark in 2022, but it'll probably survive for a little bit. Probably something that I wouldn't want to get into necessarily. Maybe for a short term, it wouldn't be a long term investment if I was going to, and if the wife lets me. So, the financial part is going to be, it's okay. You'll make some money for a short period of time. It'd be a good trading coin as well. If any traders are here, like Dark, and there's some partnerships and some other entities that are going to be very powerful for the first little while. Then they're going to be going bye-bye and moving on to other things. Okay, so that was the Metis coin. Yeast and peanut butter causing my yeast infection. Interesting question. Let's have a look. The first thing that came up was yes. But let's look a little deeper. I don't want to into your yeast infection with the cards. It's definitely yes. It's a physical thing. So we got the Ace of Wands. We got the Ace of Pentacles. Could be the brand that you're eating. So it may be something that you may want to change over to a different one, depending what they put into that peanut butter brand that you're eating. Could be more likely causing the problem. So maybe try something else, and to gauge. And if it persists, of course, see your doctor. I'm not a doctor, so I can't prescribe things, but I do see that it be a combination of that and something else that is causing the situation. So it would be best to talk to your doctor, do your research on that. You can get rid of it if you take steps. Okay, thank you for that question. The Luna. It's the Luna. Do you see Luna Classic hitting $1 by the end of year? So I think we already had this question the other show, and it was, I think, I can't tell which Luna I was looking at. It was $2 or $3 Canadian, which is probably well beyond $1 American. And we got the question of Shib hitting 0.005 by the end of the year. Now the question would be, can Luna Classic, which is only it's only been classic for a few days now in crypto time. Yeah, let's just have a look at Luna Classic as a whole. Of course, the Luna and all the other things falling flat on their face is an indicator of the SEC and all that attacking the stable cryptocurrencies, and that they were doing some naughty things in the background. Luna and what was the other one that just fell? There were where you use leverage, too much leverage. And when everything started to fall, it fell like crazy. And they had the Celsius, thank you. So they were doing things with your money that they should not have been doing and leveraging it. And this is why you can't get your crypto out of the Celsius for the next little while because of their own greed, okay, and bad business practices. This is what happened in 2008 with the stock market. It was overly leveraged to the hilt. So when everything started to fall down, we had the 2008 situation. And that's what we're facing right now in the crypto world. When you heavily leverage everything and it starts to fall and you got to sell all your positions to pay the bill, this is what you get. Okay? This is why the entire cryptocurrency market is falling down. Okay? It will come back up. Okay? They just got to learn to stop being greedy and stop leveraging it to the eyeballs. Just saying. Okay? And we're going to see, this is one of the reasons I was saying a long time ago where a lot of the cryptocurrencies that are kind of based around Celsius and Luna are going to be going away because they got really bad business practices. Okay. I would not get into Luna ever because of their bad business practices, because this sort of thing will happen each and every time. Okay. So will it reach $1? Probably. But I think it won't be much. It would be not necessarily a long-term hold for many people. And it shouldn't be yours. Okay. Short, sure. Same with Celsius. Short, once they fix everything behind the scenes where you can withdraw money. And when they start doing that, you're going to see the cryptocurrency market go down even more. So stop leveraging everything, please. Okay? Just say. Okay. So Luna Classic, it'll be around in some form, or it's not something that really excites me. It'll probably get to that $1. Yay. And then it's going to be falling down again because they're going to probably do the same thing again. Same with Celsius. So if you want to get involved in these cryptocurrencies, sure. But let's just hold our cryptocurrencies and stop leveraging things unless you know what you're doing and you can afford it. But people don't think, okay? If it all falls down, then you're hooped. Okay? So yeah, it'll probably reach that $1 in the next 2 years or so, if not sooner. Okay? And the Shib hitting 0.005. Let's look at that. I didn't get white everything's going to be falling down again. When Celsius starts to sell all their positions to pay off the bills, that means more Bitcoin is going to be on the market because they were backing everything with Bitcoin, or a good portion of it anyways. So now they got to pay their bills. Then they're going to have to sell all their Bitcoin. So we're going to have all this cheap Bitcoin going onto the market. Be greedy at that moment in time. And that's why Celsius is going to be the next thing that falls down when they open up their website for withdrawals. And that'll be very, very soon that happens. And it's going to be a wonderful time for everybody to buy some cryptocurrencies. Getting to the other question, Shib hitting 0.005 by the end of year. I'm picking up, it'll get really close, but not quite. It'll probably be within the next year, so 2023, in that time period, that it'll be reaching that amount of coinage. Okay, thank you for that question. And sorry for the long-winded explanation. Sip, Andre, I'm going to make it. Am I going to make it? Yeah, you're going to make it. Of course. Okay. Can you do a reading on Rebelbots? Game with a token called RBLS NFT game. Okay. Lots of cryptocurrency type NFT games coming out. Axis Infinity being one of the best ones out there. I've seen it. I've never tried it yet. But we got in our cryptocurrency meeting, we got a lot of people that enjoy that game immensely. So I get all the lowdown when they're talking about it. I'm listening. Interesting. So Rebelbots. Never heard of this one yet, but I'll have to ask my gaming buddies what they think of it, if I remember. Okay, so Rebelbots. Ooh. Okay. Health of this game, it doesn't look quite well. It looks like everybody's going to get excited about it, get into it, and then they start playing it, and they're going to be walking away from it for whatever reason. May not be the greatest game. It may not have a great interface. It may not have great game play to it, or very boring or repetitive, that sort of thing. That's not exciting. So the health of it is a lot of people are going to be walking away from this in the near future. I don't know if it's out or not yet to really have a look at it, but it's the end of a cycle for them. I guess the hype cycle is going to be coming to a crescendo, and everybody tries it out, and they go, let's go back to Axie Infinity. Okay. He says, no. Hopefully you didn't invest a lot of money. Money-wise, you're going to make a little bit of money from this. It could be a good trader's coin for the next short period of time. It wouldn't be a long period of time. It could be a month or 2 months, that sort of thing. He's got the smiley face now, as he probably put a ton of money into the cryptocurrency, and he's trading it up and down like a good trader does. I see 10 cents for whatever reason. Maybe that'll be helpful for you. So money-wise, it's nothing exciting overly. And I think it's going to be a short-term. Actually, he says, I just want to dump it. So the coin will get to a certain point, which will be beneficial to you, Dark, so you can dump at a profit. Okay, and the people that are involved in it, I kind of a little bit of shade on the shady side in the background. Okay, there you go, Dark. There's your cryptocurrency rating for today. So we are getting very low here. I'm thinking bottom 13.5K. I'm not sure what he's referring to. Unless it's Bitcoin itself. Yeah. It's a good time to buy. We're going to see a lot more pain, especially when the Celsius thing happens. And the other thing that's going to be hurting Bitcoin overall would be the tether. No, it won't go to zero. It'll be a good time. Don't worry. I'm not sure what it is at right now. So let's just have a look at the Bitcoin. It's going to be a bloodbath. It's a great time. Ooh, we got the tower. We got people looking at things that not necessarily, they're looking at it wrong. Okay? Bitcoin will come back. It'll come back like the Phoenix, and it's going to blow the tops off of everything. This is the time that you buy. This is not the time to sell. Okay? If you got the means, you buy right now. That's probably what we're going to be doing today. Me and the wife, we got a little extra money. We're going to put it into Bitcoin. Okay? This is the time you buy. You have to remember Warren Buffett. When everybody's afraid, be greedy. When everybody's being greedy, that's when you take some off the top. Switch your mind around on how to think of crypto, well, any market. When everybody's afraid, that's when you buy. And when statements like this, when Bitcoin will go to zero, that's what we look for. And you go, oh, we're going to buy some more because people are afraid. Okay, so it's going to be some more coming down. Buy it now if you can. Not financial advice. It's going to be a little bit more painful as Celsius does its thing and Tether does its thing. All that's because they're going to have to sell their positions to pay the bills. And you're going to be there like a shark. And you got to buy it all up cheap. And then when it starts to go back up, you're going to be happy. Not financial advice. Okay? Thank you for that question. Is Axion, the staking coin, going to half penny? Okay, I didn't know. Well, I don't know much about Axiom, so didn't know they had a staking coin or a staking mechanism in their platform. It's raining. Woo-hoo. Cats are freaking out. Cats are freaking out. It's raining. Not heavy. It's enough for our older cat to be scared. Okay, so half penny is actually in 2022. It looks like it is going to get to that half penny in the next little while for the trading or the staking portion of their cryptocurrency platform. But it's going to be kind of doing this in the next little while. So yeah, it's going to reach it. If not by 2022, it's into 2023, early 2023. in that time period. Okay, thank you for that question. Bulking up on food, good idea or not? Yes, it is. In the next harvest season, price is going to go sky high. Pick up the necessities if you can, if you're able to, because in the next little while, things are going to go a little. You think it's haywire now and crazy now? Just wait. What's coming down the pike, you're not going to be worrying about the price of Shiba Inu. You're not going to be worrying about the second by second price of Doge. You're going to be worried about bigger things. Okay? So, yes, that is a good idea. Thank you, Dark.
Dark's busy today.
Dark's busy today. I'm in a Litecoin long. Should I close? Think I'm a bit early, but trying to play the bounce. Yeah, Litecoin's doing that actually not too badly. Maybe not everybody was leveraging it. There's probably some leveraging, but not to the point that you do with that Bitcoin. Anyways. Gift close early. Leverage, let's go, he says. Stop that. I think you should wait for this Canadian dollar. It's what, 64? Was 64 yesterday. I'm not sure what it is today. Canadian. I think just wait a tiny bit and get up to that 80, 90. I'm picking up, and then clear your level. Okay. So you'd have to translate that into your own money. So that's Canadian, by the way. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. The drought in PE, any rain on the horizon? Thanks.
Pennsylvania, I believe.
Pennsylvania? Okay. The dark is talking. That's good. So PE drought. Is there going to be a break in the droughtiness? Will they have rain? It seems that there's going to be a lot of little rainstorms here and there. There's going to be good opportunities for rain coming up very, very soon. We'll just ship you our rain. I think it's just going to be momentarily, and I think the rain's going to be coming very, very soon. Okay, for you. Hopefully that helps you out. When will Shiba marry his girlfriend? I think she's joking.
I think so too.
Thank you, Kat. How about GALA? GALA coin. Okay. So GALA coin is the health of it seems to be for the next year or so. And the price is going to be the same thing. There's some white hat activity in this one. It could be the reason why it went a little bit more than it normally does. People that are they're getting over those hurdles, so it will survive. It's just going to be a really rough time, like many of the other cryptocurrencies that are on the planet, and everything else is going through a rough time. They're going to have sunny days in the next near future as they right size themselves and fix all the things in the background. You're going to gain some money with it, but not amazing amounts, depending on how much you own. It's pretty much steady as she goes with this one. Okay, thank you for that. How much longer will Schumer and Pelosi stay in power? Well, Pelosi, she's having a lot of problems behind the scenes. I know that. Schumer, he's not really in power. Well, he does the thing, but Pelosi being the Speaker of the House, which is the third tier in the American politics of power, with her ice cream. It's a long story. Let's have a look at Pelosi. The confusion around her that it's going to be no, she is going to stay in where she is for another year or so. She's going to have the people are going to have some victories over her and everybody that's associated with her in the next little while. But she's going to be not as active, not doing so much laundering of money in the Ukraine. Anyways, she's still going to be there, but not to the point that she's going to have any power over any of the new people coming into the power. Okay? Yes. That's why she was in the Ukraine buying Bitcoin. Oh, so what's the best way to learn your tarot? So we can have a better understanding of the cards that you were laying down. Well, me, it's just been years and years. Tarot wasn't my original thing. Do I do I don't do necessarily a prayer. I do I connect with my spirit guides and the universal energies around me to help me through. I'm more of a channeler than well, still psychic, but I'm not a medium. Okay, I'm more of a channeler. So people say I am mediumistic, but that comes and goes. I do protect myself. Okay, anytime you do the work, you should always protect yourself with white light or universal energies that are of the good. Okay. And I ask them for assistance before we get on here. Takes a few seconds to do that. It's not a big ceremony or anything. It's just me asking the universe for help and protection. Okay, thank you. Is Pastor Bob Joyce Elvis? Okay. I'm not aware of this thing, but let's just see what the cards say. I'm all shook up. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Anyways, that's enough singing. No. I guess the information that's coming out about Bob Joyce's smoke and mirrors for something and a business opportunity for the pasture to make more of this stuff. So they're just using that as leverage to become more wealthy. Okay, thank you for that question. We got lots of questions coming in. Could you do a reading on Doge Elon Mars? Elon Mars. Is that a coin?
Yeah. We've done it before.
Okay. I think I said it because we did a reading on this one previously that it was kind of lackluster. It will kind of survive everything going on. I don't think it's going to get the attention that it needs. Dogelon will go down due to Elon's lawsuit. Yeah. Elon will never go broke. Most people will leave, get Shibu instead. That'd be a good way of looking at it. Or get both. I don't have Shiba. I got a lot of Dogecoin. And Dogecoin is not really associated with Elon Musk. He's just promoting it to get people riled up and stuff. I like the fact that originally that he went to go ask the people that kind of do the programming for Bitcoin, and he was asked to be the leader of Bitcoin, and they said, no, there's no leadership here. It's a consensus. That's where you get consensus algorithm. So he went to the people that run Doge. Nobody really worked on Doge for years, like the protocol or anything. I think there's like one guy in the closet was working on it at that time. And he asked this one gentleman if he could be the leader of Dogecoin. He said, sure. That's how it started. So some guy going in the closet working on Doge. Yeah, you could be the leader, whatever. And that's how it started. And he doesn't really have any influence over Doge itself. Okay. So yeah, get both. It doesn't matter. Okay, thank you, Jane. Will Coinweb crypto reach $1 US in the next 6 to 10 months? Maybe. Unless you're a guy in a closet working on the Dogecoin. Yeah. Well, to your question, it's no, not in the next 6 to 10 months. It's going to be a little beyond that. Okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to go up and all that sort of thing. It's going to be following the Bitcoin line. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. Pet food, also a good idea to bulk up on. Yes, we don't want our pets to starve. And yeah, it's the same as our food. The prices are going to go quite high. We actually already noticed that the prices have been going up on cat food. So we're kind of bulking up on that as well. Okay, that's a good idea. Thank you, Dark. Can you pull cards to see if real estate prices are going to go down over the next year or two? The market is going to go. I was talking to another real estate agent in BC, I believe, and she's looking at was looking at other avenues for money. Just to stay afloat So prices are going to go down because the market goes in the next year or so. Here in Canada, it's not as bad. If you're living in the States and the market drops, then it's they don't have any safeguards like we do here in Canada. If you're in the States, it's devastating. Not so much here in Canada because we have a fund that protects. We got funds for everything in case things fall off the cliff here in Canada. Real estate prices going low. See, the thing is, when the market pops and there's no jobs, the prices may be low, but there may not be the amount of people that are looking for real estate or houses because they may not have the means to buy. So there's going to be this period of time where lots of houses on the market, okay, owned by the bank, but not too many buyers. Okay, there's going to be this period of time for that. There's going to be a lot of people that are waiting on the market dropping and buying property for really, really cheap. Or Black, what's the company of that company? What's the name of that company? Black Rock will probably buy up a lot of those properties. So next year, yeah, it's going to go down. It's going to be popping in the next year or two, or even shorter. And it's going to get into that thing that I was just talking about. So it's going to be a little bit rough if you're in the real estate business. So maybe look for other avenues for financial gain in the next little while. Okay. Thank you for that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, that's it.
Is it?
Hey, we got through the entire list. Okay. As always, I'm always grateful for everybody to come out to the show. It makes things so much better instead of just me sitting here talking to myself, which I'll do as well, but it's a lot funner with other people. Always grateful for everybody to come out. And if you like a personal reading with me, make sure you go to secondreadsbyandre.com where I have all the information there. If you like to protect your cryptocurrencies in this turmoil, make sure you go to this same site. And there's a affiliate link to the Trezor site where you can pick yourself up a Trezor. They're about $200 to $300 Canadian. So it's not so bad. Okay. And if you got thousands of dollars in crypto, it would be a good idea. What else we got? We'll be back here tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central, and make sure you mark down your calendars for Tuesdays and Thursdays for 5 p.m. Central, and Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. Central. So make sure you mark down your calendar and make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future.